Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Okay.
Listen.
I believe we're here, but I'm going to check. Hey, everybody. If you're out there,
You
we
are
are
live.
super excited. Am I live?
You are live.
Yes, we did it.
We see you.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I am going to turn down my volume and make sure I can see the comments. Welcome, everyone. We are super excited to be with you. LaShawn here with my dear friends who are coming to you by what I'm going to let them tell you where they're coming from. But they are special guests because when they found out what we were doing, they are super excited because they've been doing the same things and they are products of the products. So I just wanted to let you hear a few testimonials. But the reason why we're here, and I'm going to just give a little introduction because I do want people to have time to get on because there are some people, about 11 people, who are waiting to see if they're going to win this beautiful bottle right here. Can you see that? It is Tahitian Noni. So what happened on this past weekend, my church had a wonderful women's weekend event. And one of the things that we did was had a fashion show. It was called a fusion of faith and fashion show. And the whole theme of the weekend was fusion. And it was beautiful because we got to see women of all ages that were just walking the runway, and they were so beautiful, all shapes and sizes, all ages. It was absolutely amazing. And so at this event, they also had vendors, and me and my dear friend Stacy Reagan, she is one of my wellness partners. She came with me, and so we were able to give people samples of our amazing Tahitian Noni juice. And there were so many different testimonies right on the spot. We actually had these little cups filled with the noni. And so some of the people who were walking up were asking questions like, well, how fast is it going to work? And it does differently for different people, right? But it was too funny to me because I had given a lady a sample, and within maybe 10 or 15 minutes later, she came up, she said, ooh, I'm feeling something. I'm feeling something. And I was like, wow. So she just had a little bit and it was already at work. And I always tell people when it comes to Tahitian Noni, it's always working. It's always working on something because it is cellular nutrition. And I just want to ask for those of you who are out there watching, hey, Letitia, I see you. Um, have you ever heard of Tahitian Noni? I am so excited because tomorrow we are celebrating our 2-year anniversary with Tahitian Noni. Some of you may say, well, Tahitian Noni has been out for many, many years, and it's true. But I'm telling you, I hadn't used it. Never had I ever used it before. When I was introduced to this amazing company called Partner Co., one of the key products that they brought as a legacy product with the company was the Tahitian Noni. And yes, Tahitian Noni has had a long history. People have been drinking it for a long time. And it's so funny because when I ask people, have you ever heard of Tahitian Noni? It's like one of the ladies at the event, she said, Tahitian Noni, girl, I used to sell that. I'm like, what? And so she is actually going to give me some time to talk to her about what's happening now with Tahitian Noni, because I'm telling you, it is the same original recipe and it is absolutely amazing. I see my other special guest coming up here. So I'm going to try to bring her on the stage with us. Let me see if I can get her up here. There she is. Hey there, Stacy. Can you hear us? Well, she'll be working it out. If she can't, can you say something to see if I can hear you? I can hear you. There she goes, her beautiful self. You guys, I'm super excited, and I hope you are too, because we've got some people up here who are going to be blessed
I can't hear y'all. Hold
today. Now, can hear you. Let me mute her while she's figuring it out. Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. I'm looking at her. She's like, huh? But yeah. So yeah, we've got some people who are coming on to find out if they are the recipients of winning this beautiful bottle of the Tahitian Noni. And this bottle right here will give you about 15 days worth. You're supposed to drink at least 2 ounces per day for you to be able to get the maximum effect of it. We encourage you to follow what the bottle says and drink a minimum of 2 ounces. So this is about a liter. So if you drink it every day at 2 ounces, it's going to be about 15 days worth for you. And this is going to be absolutely amazing in your body because it is cellular nutrition. And it's great for removing inflammation from your body. I love it. I use it internally and externally. I know last year I was at an event and I actually twisted my ankle. My foot swelled up. It was like crazy. And I had been reading the different uses of the noni and actually made a foot bath out of the noni and soaked my foot in that. And I was amazed to see how the swelling went down just from me putting my foot in the noni. So it's anti-inflammatory. So many great benefits with the noni. And this lovely couple that I have here, I'm going to let them introduce themselves and tell you where they're from and talk a little bit with you about what has happened for them since they've been drinking the noni. So James and Natasha King, the Mighty Kings, can you share a little bit about yourself and what's been happening for you and this amazing product?
Great day. James and Natasha King out of Jackson, Mississippi. Been married today for 4,608 days today. So partnership has been something that's near and dear to our hearts. So I always tell Natasha, thank you for being a pioneer of health for our family, because she saw the need for us to be healthy. So we found out, I learned about noni in 2001. I was 19. Who I thought I was back then said no to noni. But when it came back around through Dexter and Dr. Tanya, we definitely took another look at it.
Absolutely. With the noni, it was something that was really an answer to a prayer, a 10-year prayer, filled with a lot of hope. Yeah. I dealt with a lot of just swelling and puffiness throughout my feet and ankles and even my legs. I remember my doctor when we were carrying our son. Well, I was carrying our son. It was all he said that I was his most peculiar patient when it came to the swelling because they couldn't pinpoint. I ate pretty decently at the time, even though they did have me to modify it. And so honestly, this picture right here, our son was probably 8 when I took this picture, but these are my maternity shoes because my feet were so puffy and so unattractive. You see, I have a little summer tan on there, but I said, this is not what I see because we were always hopeful that I would find something or that we would find something. I'm grateful for James always looking. He was always looking for something. And even though we had used other products, I would release weight, but this issue remained until we started with the noni. And after about 3 weeks of drinking the noni, I would say 2 to 4 ounces a day, something just made me stop and measure my feet and ankles. Some people may say that's kind of weird, but I keep a tape measure hanging over my closet because I've always dealt with inflammation. And when I measured, I realized I was down like 2.5 inches and then another 1/2 inch the following week. And for someone who carries that kind of excess in their feet and ankles, you know what it's like when you aren't able to wear shoes and things like that. So it was just a huge relief to see something like that I've been dealing with for over 10 years be helped tremendously in a matter of 3 weeks. And to follow behind that, it's been consistent. I was telling James, I said, James, my feet and ankles are down in the 9 somethings, whereas before I was 12 inches. I was measuring 12 inches in my ankles. and to have it now down consistently, I just praise God and thank him for what we found in the Noni. And James can share more about what he noticed also in that 3-week time frame with what the Noni was able to do for him.
Yeah, it was sinus.
Well, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. I got one more slide because that was then. Now I want them to see the feet now.
Absolutely. And this pair of shoes, they were gifted to me. They stayed in my closet for a whole year because I could not fit them. And we were preparing to go to Florida, which was a 10-hour drive for us. And I just grabbed them, put them in the suitcase. And even after a 10-hour drive, standing at an all-day event, I put these on after the event was probably 10 hours itself. And I even had more room in the shoes. And most people know that if you've taken a long drive like that, you'll get some swelling going on, but I didn't. And that's the Noni.
Wow. I'm telling you, that is amazing, you guys. I mean, going from seeing the puffiness, you see the puffiness. She's, I don't know. I can only imagine what you were feeling as you were walking, because it looks like it's just a lot of water weight, a lot of the fluid, right? And so one of the things that I love about the Noni is it's great for inflammation in the body. So this is how your feet were. And say again, in how many weeks did you see a noticeable change? And I'm going to go back to the other picture.
It was 3 weeks. After about 3 weeks, significant. How much were you drinking? 2 to 4 ounces a day. Really, when we first started, I'm a big rule follower. When the bottle said 2 ounces, I was measuring out 2 ounces, and that was it. But the more we learned about what it does and how it really functions within your body and getting at those cells and getting them to perform like they're supposed to, it's not enough of it that we can drink, honestly, but 2 to 4 ounces a day.
And I'm glad you said that, because one thing people don't realize when you look at the bottle, and there's always a warning. If you can't pronounce the words of what you're putting in your body, you might want to reconsider what you're putting in your body. But this is basically all natural. It is blueberry, it's grapes, and it's Noni in the bottle. It's fruit, it's food. It is a nutraceutical, and it's actually in the physician's desk reference. If you go to pdr.net, look it up for yourself, and you'll find so many benefits about, and I think I might go there before we leave, so many benefits about what the Tahitian Noni does. Now, for those of you who don't know it, the PDR is a reference for medical professionals, doctors, who, when you come in and tell them the type of symptoms that you're having, they will go to this PDR, physician's desk reference, to look up what they would recommend. Well, you guys, Tahitian Noni juice is in the physician's desk reference. And there have been so many clinical studies done on it. That's the amazing thing about it. When we say that what's in the bottle is in the bottle and it works, we've got clinical trial studies to prove it. So much out there. So I'm super excited. So now we can get to your honey, and he can tell us what has happened for him with drinking the Tahitian Noni juice.
Every time around this year, sinuses start kicking up, especially here in Mississippi. Every time you step outside, you hit with it, cars covered with it, and you can't avoid it. Well, 2023, I found myself taking medicine every other day because it takes about a day to come down from the drowsiness from the medicine and just the way it makes you feel. Well, in 2024, we started drinking the Noni. And after about 3 weeks, again, we started to see a tremendous difference. So I was doing the Noni and the Vanali together. But I continued to do the Noni, and I can say today I have not taken any sinus medicine in 12 months, really over 12 months now at all. Do I still get sniffles and stuff? Yes, I do. I would say it's about 90% better. When I say better, it's better. Even with the sinuses, that was springtime, summertime, also came a heat rash. In 2023, that lasted 3 months. It went go away. Medicine didn't work. Doctors couldn't help it go away. And in 2024, I was drinking the Noni, but then I was spraying where the heat rash was with the spray bottle, sort of like this. And in 3 weeks, it went away. Now it's 2025. It tried to come back again, but I sprayed it on. In about 3 days, it was gone. Yeah, so Noni, and we have a whole lot of Noni testimonials that does not involve drinking. It involves using it topically.
Yes.
From nozzle sprays. My wife had a tooth infection, a jaw swole, got a Noni gauze put in her mouth overnight. Guess what? Woke up the next morning, infection gone, no pain, had a tooth pull, used Noni. So many different testimonies from what we've personally from Noni.
Wow. And the testimonies like this keep pouring in, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who are watching with us, they just keep pouring in. When I was at our fashion event on this past Friday, Sunday, when I went to church, I felt led to put an extra Noni pouch in my purse. And I didn't know why, but I just went on and did it. And when I got into service, my dear friend who has been subscribing to using, she's actually on a subscription monthly to get Noni from me. Her name is Erica Hunter. She leads our creative dance team. Well, she was having trouble. She was not feeling well at all. And so the first thing I asked her, I said, Erica, I said, did you take your Noni today? She said, you know what? My husband asked me that before I was leaving. She said, I didn't take it. And she said, but I'm just not feeling well. Now, she had to dance in 2 services, the 8:30 service and the 10:30 service. So I said, look, I got an extra one in my purse. I'm going to give it to you. And so she sent me a text back today, and I'm just going to read it to you because it just blessed my heart. These kinds of things are why I do what I do, because of testimonies like this. But she said, basically, I said, well, what did it do for you? Because I'm always looking for more testimonies to share. She said, it perked me up and I had not been feeling well. And that got me through both dances on Sunday, right? So it gave her energy. Some people are talking about, well, does it give you energy? Yes, it does. It is cellular nutrition. You're going to hear me keep saying it, cellular nutrition. And I got another testimony up here for you, my dear friend, Stacy Reagan. Now, Stacy, do you know tomorrow is our anniversary? We have been with Partner Co. for 2 years. It is our anniversary. So can you come and tell them, because you've been drinking Tahitian Noni for 2 years. And a lot of people may not know what's going on with you, but I do hear people who talk about, having health conditions, not just sinuses. And, that's relevant because when you suffer from any kind of pain, it's relevant. But there are other diseases. Can you talk to them about what is happening for you with the health condition that you are dealing with?
Absolutely. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right. I did not realize tomorrow was our 2-year anniversary. That is amazing. Because it makes me think about when we first joined Partner Co. And I was a little skeptical and hesitant. And I remember, saying, well, I'm not going to tell anybody about this till I try it for myself and see what it does for me. And here we are 2 years later, and man, Tahitian Noni juice has changed my life dramatically. dealing with lupus and rheumatoid arthritis for 18 years, I became accustomed to pain and inflammation, so used to it to the point where I could be in it all day, every day, but just kind of be numb to it at the same time. But took a lot of pain medicine, narcotics, over-the-counter pills, and prior to Noni, that's just what I relied on. And a lot of times, when you have an autoimmune disease like these, you feel like you're trapped in the body of someone that's, I'm just going to say that's much, much old. I'm going to say like 80s and 90s, someone that, isn't in optimal health. Always felt like I was in a much older, like an elderly body, just even being in my 20s and my 30s. So what drinking Noni has done for me is, it's always increased my energy because we deal with fatigue, increase my energy. I used to be a coffee drinker. I would rely on coffee every morning. Started drinking Noni. I stopped drinking coffee and depending on coffee every morning. I used to have digestive issues. I used to have acid reflux. I used to have indigestion. I used to have to sleep sitting up in this bed. I had to get one of those pillows that sit up, because if I laid down, I would, it's like just the acid and everything would be coming up out my stomach. And it was rough. I had to sleep sitting up. But when I started drinking Noni, that went away and I was able to lay down the right way on my pillow, which has been amazing. No more limping, no more hip pain, no more knee pain, no more wrist pain, no more ankle pain, no more back pain. Oh my gosh. Weight management, my metabolism. I was on a steroid, for all those years because you tend to put on a lot of weight from the medication. And I struggled with losing weight for several years. Tried everything on the market, gave up because it's like I just couldn't boost my metabolism for anything. But I know without a doubt that Noni helped boost my metabolism as well. It made it easier for me to be able to finally lose the weight that I gained those 18 years ago when I first got put on the prescription steroid. I have more stamina, more endurance. I don't work out often. I like to be active, but I like doing creative things for my physical activity. I just don't like traditional exercise. But it used to be, I used to get winded just walking up one hill, up one flight of stairs, or after one little workout. But now I have the endurance and the stamina to go and to like just not be just about to pass out, after 5-10 minutes of some physical activity, which is great as well. But after the first year, I ended up losing my job for 3 months. So I went without Noni for a couple months. And when I tell you, it's like my body began to fall apart. Because, the disease, it still existed. Even though I felt amazing, it was still there. So just those couple months that I went without Tahitian Noni juice were pretty bad. And I couldn't wait to get back on it because I was popping pain pills. I was going through a whole bottle of pain pills a week, just not having the Tahitian Noni. So it's amazing. I drink 2 to 4 ounces a day. But if for some reason I'm dealing with something and I'm feeling bad, unusually bad, I drink more. I'll drink a whole cup. I'll drink a couple cups a day because I know the power, the healing power of that juice and how effective it is. I'll drink more Noni before going to get more medication.
I'm glad you said that because that's another thing people talk about. Is it addictive? I'm like, can you kind of explain what you're asking? Well, am I going to have to keep on taking it? So I guess what they're looking for possibly is something that they can take one time and it takes everything away. I don't know of any prescription medication that can do that for you. It would be wonderful if that were the case. But what I am aware of is there are products that can help you that are natural that will potentially help you not have to take the medications that you're on. But the point is, you will continue to take 1, 2, 5 medications for years and not think about that you got to take it on a continual basis. Well, we've been on Tahitian Noni for 2 years. Our bodies are saying, thank you for giving me something that I really need. And because you're giving me something that is good, that's natural, I am going to work harder for you. And I'm going to help build your immune system. I'm going to help you with cellular nutrition because, when we find ourselves hearing all of the words that make us fearful of a diagnosis, we tend to get concerned about longevity of life and things of that nature. But when you're giving your body what the cells need, healthy cells, that's a whole different thing. So yes, I continue to drink it. Just like if I had to be on a medication, I would continue to take that medication until I saw the results that I was looking for. So we want to maintain this health. And you preferring not to have to go invest in a lot of medications first and put something like this in your body, that's the education behind what we're trying to help people understand. I always say when you give the body what it needs, it will respond. And I said I was going to show you guys something, and I'll go there real quickly now to let you see. Let me see how I can do this. Share screen right here. Can you guys see that? This is the PDR. I said, if you want to know about Tahitian Noni juice, is it safe to take? Well, it's in the physician's desk reference. You probably can find every prescription that you are taking right now in the PDR.net. All you do is come down and type in the name of the drug that you're taking, and most likely you're going to find it in here because there is a book. The physician's desk reference is what physicians use to help prescribe things for you. When you tell them symptoms and stuff, they go look it up and say, okay, this is good for that. Well, now I'm going to show you that Tahitian Noni is also in the physician's desk reference, and that is powerful. There are clinical trial studies on Tahitian Noni, and I'm going to show you just a few things of what it's known for, because the people who are going to be in the drawing today, somebody is going to get a free bottle of this Tahitian Noni. But look at the benefits. It supports the immune system, supports a healthy cardiovascular system. It boosts energy and endurance, assists with weight management. It's known as a leading source for iridoids. Guys, just look up iridoids. But I tell you this, you can take a noni fruit and sit it out on a counter and put beside it an apple. The apple will start to degrade before that noni will. That noni has long-lasting live properties in it that continues to be a source of nutrition and healing. And so that's the layman's way to describe what it is. But look up iridoids. Go do your research. If you're like me, I got to look stuff up. So many benefits. Joint health and promotes joint functionality. It is excellent, promotes overall health and wellness. It's an adaptogen, supports several systems of your body, supports normal blood sugar metabolism. I'm reading, maintains good central nervous system health, has a mood balancing effect. I think my husband could tell you amen to that. Helps maintain cholesterol at existing normal levels. Come on now. Strengthens and restores vigor to the body. How about if somebody needs some vigor to their body? Supports the body's natural defenses. So many more things. So you can go to pdr.net and look this up for yourself. You guys, I'm super excited, and I've come to a place now where I want to do this giveaway. I want to do this giveaway because I think I've gotten time for the majority of the people who successfully submitted their surveys to me by midnight on May the 2nd. That was my cutoff. I did, and I'm going to actually post the link so that if you want to get in, because I'm going to be doing another giveaway, complete that survey link, and then I'll give you more instructions. But I'm going to go right here and share this page because it's time to do our giveaway, and we want to see who is the winner of this bottle of Tahitian Noni juice. It's going to be 15 days worth if you take it 2 ounces per day. Noni ain't no baloney. That's what Renee Summers says. Oh, I tell you, she needs to get a t-shirt with that up there because it is the truth. Let's see. Share screen. Make sure you guys can see my wheel. I love my wheel. Y'all look at my wheel. And I just want to go ahead and congratulate Rose Hall, Victoria Funderburg, Heather Lurch, Brandon Bullard, his wife Antoinette, Allison Staten White, Karen Elamine, I believe that's how you pronounce it, Carolyn Smith, Tara Pittman, Shannon Williams, Anna Maria. I explained to her, I said her name sounds like a song, Anna Maria Lassiter, and Gwen Pearson. So these lovely individuals are in the running for the free bottle of Noni that we're giving away. And so we are about to spin the wheel, and you're going to see it in real time. So if you know them and they're not up here, you tell them they won. But I do have their contact information. I'll make sure they get it. I told them they didn't have to be here to win. So keep that in mind if you enter the survey. Ready, set, go. Oh, Anna Maria. Congratulations. So exciting. Congratulations. I will be getting that out to you this week. We are super excited. Congratulations to you. I'm feeling generous. I think I'm going to give one more thing away. I was giving away these lovely pouches. Can you see that? And on the inside, it is 3 days worth of the Tahitian Noni. So I had talked earlier, for those of you who were not on, one of the ladies who came by and tried one of the samples, was wondering how soon she would feel an effect. It was a little bit, like a little cup that you would, a little bitty cup with a lid that she tried. And she already felt something like within 15 to 30 minutes. And she was coming back like, I'm feeling something. What's going on? So imagine if that much already gave her an effect. What's your body going to do with you having 3 days worth of this Tahitian Noni in it? You will definitely know how it is working for you. Somebody say, I'm going to the bathroom better. That's what they tell me. And for a person who suffered with chronic constipation, I'm telling you, it is the truth. Don't try to take my Noni because we're going to have a problem. All right. But I'm feeling generous. So let's see. Anna Maria. Okay, so she won. Did she come off the wheel or is she still on the wheel? I'm trying to see how to do that. Okay, so let me do one more thing. Somebody's gonna win the 3 pouches of Noni. So I'm gonna go again. Let's see. How do I do this, guys? Shuffle. Now, if you win again, Allison Staten. All right. So I go to church with her. So I will make sure I bring that to you, Allison. And then Anna, congratulations. We are so excited for you. I cannot tell you. So that's what it's about, guys. Giving people an experience for themselves so they can tell you what the product is doing for them. That's what we're looking for. We're always looking for testimonials. So if you got to hop off now, you can, but if you don't, you won't regret it, because something else is happening. You've been seeing us post about this orange little jar right here, and in it, it is Collab's Advantage, right? Somebody say hip and waist reducer. Somebody say visceral fat be gone, okay? This is what is happening, and I want to show you some pictures, guys, because the truth. Yes. Y'all, take a look at this lady right here. You recognize that face? She's sitting right there on the bottom of my screen. I don't know if you see her. That's Stacey Reagan right there. Stacey, who is this person on the left side? Talk to me about who that person was.
That's definitely Stacey before Tahitian Noni. And oh boy. It was
What were your thoughts? How were you feeling? What was going on?
A lot of pain behind that smile, and not even just physical, but even some emotional. Because dealing with what I dealt with, it's an emotional and spiritual toll and mental toll as well. Especially being, as young as I was at the time, but God, thank God for Noni, thank God for Advantage as well. But
so now timeline this picture for me. This was about what year?
That the picture on the left. That would have been, oh goodness.
So we're 2 years here in Partner Co. So
2020. That was 2020, 2021.
Okay.
Probably around 2021, maybe.
Okay. So that was like when you say maybe one of your heaviest peaks, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And then on the right?
On the right, that was after learning about diet and nutrition, learning about natural supplements. Because in this business, we really learn how to take better care of ourselves. It's health and wellness. And then, like I said, Tahitian Noni helped boost my metabolism, whereas once before, no matter what I did, the weight was not coming off. But once my metabolism got where it needed to be, I was able to start releasing the weight. And then that smile is not forced either on the picture on the right.
The smile is not forced. Yeah, I see a lot of pride in that. Not the bad kind, but just you're proud of yourself, and you're absolutely beautiful. Talk to me about this one.
Oh Lord. The picture on the left on this one, that was this year, 2025, January. I was miserable because of the fluid retention. I was swollen all over. I literally, and you can see in the top pic with my legs, you can see how big and swollen my legs are. I felt like I was literally about to explode out of my skin. When I walked, I wobbled. I could never walk without compression socks. And even though the compression socks didn't get rid of the swelling, they made it to where my feet where I could get it in a shoe, but I could still only wear 2 pairs of shoes. But I was miserable. And nothing, and it was, I was miserable. And that was
in
before
the bottom picture. In the bottom picture.
The bottom picture, that was today.
Wow.
from 247.6 to 221.8.
Come on,
And
somebody.
that's today.
I need y'all to give her some hearts or do something, because now, and you told me it's because of this bottle right here, this jar.
That
These
that
capsules
jar
in
has
this
changed.
jar. Talk a little bit about
That jar. That jar is something serious, just like the Tahitian Noni. For me, it is. The picture on the right, that was today too. I put the same outfit back on today to take that picture for the transformation photo. So the one on the right, that was today. The picture on the bottom on the scale is today. But yes, that jar of Advantage, man.
Advantage
I don't know.
So for those of you who are seeing this, you're like, wow, because this is proof that this works. This is thermogenic. It's all natural. There are no stimulants in it. You guys, it's powerful. And you just take 2 capsules a day with food. That's it. That's it. And some people take more. And the reason why they can, because it's a food supplement as well. So it's just like the Noni, some people take more than 2 a day. I see Denise Majors put in your comment, if you can drop a picture or something, transformation out of this world. Letitia, her picture is on my card. I reached out to her. This, if you can see, this is absolutely amazing. So the products work. Now, let me show you another wonderful transformation. And let me see if I can get it. We're going to talk about what this is doing for men. Come on now. Mr. James, talk to us a little bit about what was going on over here. Now, I really wish, while you're talking, I'm going to try to get this other picture of you, because there was one where people can have a reference point of how far you've come, because this photo on the left, I know is because you have been using some of the products. So you were smaller than you first were when you first got started with us. But go ahead and talk, and I'm going to be looking for my other slide. What's happening with you?
This photo here in the brown coat, that was at the event in Destin when they launched this product. So that was me thinking I was already down 68 pounds, not 68 pounds. I was already down like 38, 39 pounds, already feeling wonderful, already clothes already too big. I had to go change clothes at this event because the pants I had on kept sliding down. They wouldn't stay up, and that was from the Noni and the drops. But we got this product, and if you look at the after photo, I tried on those pants before we left because I wanted to take those pants on this trip, but it wasn't happening. I wasn't getting them up. So getting this product, days of using this product twice a day, I dropped 2 pant sizes. Before the trip, I was probably in a 37-ish size waist. But now these pants are a size 34, and now they're too big. They're loose. Now they're loose. They're not too big, but they're loose now. So we definitely saw a transition. Now total, and I can send that photo to you real quick if you don't see it yet. But total, Natasha and I are both down 74 pounds together from using these, and these products have been life-changing. We've released weight before. We've been at a good size before, but it wasn't this, because we made a decision not to do a diet, not to do a get fit quick. No, we wanted to live a healthy lifestyle. So we're careful about what we eat, working out pretty much daily, but using these products consistently. We tell anybody, whether you're doing the Noni or the Advantage, let your minimum be 3 months. Give yourself 3 months. What 3 months is going to do? It's going to change your sales. It's going to change you from the inside out so that you can truly see what these products can do for. Don't cheat the process. Give yourself 3 months, and I feel incredible. I'm so thankful for Partner Code. I'm so thankful for Destin, Dr. Tanya, for reaching out to tell us about these products, because not only did they save my wife's life, like for real, saved her life, but they helped me. I feel incredible.
This is awesome. This is awesome. And we're going to do a segment about Advantage because I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to give somebody a jar of Advantage. And the way that you qualify for this is when I drop my survey link in here. If you're a guest of mine, you're on this page because of me, you're a friend of mine. I want you to use my link, right? If you are not, if you are Stacy's friend or from her page, definitely get with Stacy about getting your Advantage. Same thing for the Kings. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this survey in. I'm going to drop it in the comments. And what I want you to do is respond by midnight, not tonight, but tomorrow night, Tuesday night. That's my cutoff. And then I'm going to be coming back again, and we're going to be talking about who's the winner of this jar. This is like a $65 value right here that you're getting for free. This Noni is a $65 value that you're getting for free, right? So we want to sow into people's lives so you can get your own experience and share your amazing testimony next. So I want to bring up this young lady. Look at there, y'all. Come on. That's a transformation. Natasha. Now talk to us about the lady on the left, please.
The lady on the left had made progress. Finally found something that was working. A system, really, it was based on lifestyle choices. Where we were in Destin, where I had this all black on with the pants, I was grateful for where we had come. We ate sensibly. It just made sense. We had results. But after using the Advantage, we came back. It wasn't even 2 weeks. We really didn't know what to expect. It was my first time taking or experiencing a thermogenic, and I was intrigued because I heard so many people from the Wellness Council, nutritionists, physical trainers, things like that, talking about what a thermogenic really is and how this one was significantly different because it was a non-stimulant. So I was much more open to it because of really the quality of the ingredients that were in there. And the results here were like within a week's time, I dropped 7 inches throughout my body. And it was a huge surprise to see that type of transformation so quickly. I had been exercising every single day. I have been exercising for the past 249 days, I believe, every single day. And it's just moderate exercise, nothing wild or crazy, eating well. But to add this into what we were already doing, it was just taking 2 simple capsules a day. And like I said, the ingredients in there is non-stimulant, made a huge transformation for me in just a very short period of time. I can't hear you. Looks like you're still muted, LaShawn. Oh.
I was a little technically challenged, but
okay.
Do y'all see this picture?
Yeah, that was 2016, around 2016, when we really said, okay, we have to change. And we went on a journey looking for a system or something that would help us just on a consistent basis. We would release weight, gain it back. We had used so many things. We had done fasting. We had done what I would consider basically keto. We'd done vegan. We'd done a lot.
He was carrying cookies in his pocket.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
Which
goodness.
is true. Not that day in that particular picture, but yes.
Yeah,
And
this gentleman.
I will say that even though this was 2016, we had released so much weight and dropped probably, I'd say for both of us, we were about 30 pounds lighter. But over the course of time, we had gotten up to our heaviest in this time last year. Before the Noni and everything was introduced to us, we had gotten even heavier than we were right here. We didn't realize it, and we knew something needed to change and change drastically. And we're so glad that we turned things around when we did, because James says how it really saved our lives, because had we continued on that path of making poor choices, you talk about compounding. Think about what poor choices within your health will do over time. And so we're just so grateful that we got a chance we made the decision and we committed to it. And the results are here.
Wow. That's powerful. Absolutely powerful. Now, you guys may be saying, well, LaShawn, where are your pictures? I was trying to get mine up. Well, what happened was I was trying to get mine up here, but no, for real, I do have them. And I want to show you a few of mine, because the reality is people, when it comes to weight loss, they don't realize how significant it is to just lose 5 pounds. 5 pounds. Visceral fat, that stubborn fat that tends to collect around our organs, guys, just to lose 5 pounds. So I'm down 4 pounds and several inches, and I want to show you my picture. I'm gonna get this picture up here one way or the other. You hold on just a minute. This is technically challenged here, but it's gonna be okay. Just give me 1 minute. Just 1 minute, because when I was at the stand, one of my friends, she's in the industry, and she said, "Well, where are your pictures on your card?" And I said, "I ain't ready to show my pictures yet, so I'm going to leverage someone else's testimony, but I am going to be vulnerable and let you see me." Because my big takeaway was when I put on my belt. I'm trying to find it. You sort of measure yourself by your belt loop. So I was comfortably in my second belt loop. And when here it is. Lord Jesus, here we go. Y'all gonna see me. You're gonna see me. You're gonna see me. All right. I'm just gonna do it. You gotta be vulnerable, but I'm just gonna show you it's working. All right. Y'all hush your mouth. Don't give me no comments in the comments, because then I ain't gonna show myself no more. All right. So this is my mama's belly. Not my mama, but my mama, meaning I done had 5 children, right? But this is me and wearing my faithful belt, okay? And you can see, and I don't have a side by side. I'm trying to figure out how to show you a side by side. Let me see if I can do this. That's the front. Yes. Okay. So this is going from the 3rd to the 4th belt loop. When I started, I was on the 2nd belt loop. So this is progress for me, guys. Progress for me. And I'm super excited about that, because this is what 5 pounds of fat looks like. Can you see that? And for me to say I've lost, really 5 pounds. I know I've lost at least 5 since starting the Advantage by itself. Probably a total of 12 pounds in all with all of the things I've been doing. But this is what 5 pounds of fat looks like. Now, can you imagine fat being around your organs like that in your body? How much it's suffocating? How full of toxins your body has in it? So I always tell people, if you be good to your body will be good to you. You got to do something. Now, I will say I've tried many things, but one of the things I love about this orange jar, this is flying off the shelves because, and I'm not encouraging this, but people are seeing results without doing a whole lot of exercise. They're taking the 2 capsules and they're noticing that they are losing the inches and the pounds. And, results may vary from person to person. I will say that, right? But the thing is, you got to do something. And what would it hurt for you to give this a try? So I want to encourage you, if you have a friend that shared this page with you today, or this replay, get back with them and say, how can I get that advantage? Because I'm interested in giving that a try. Or how can I get some Noni, right? Even if you get a sample pack from them, you guys, it'll be worth it. Even just trying it for 3 days, your body is going to love you for it. So we're coming right up here at 8:30. I didn't want to be up here any longer than an hour, but I want to thank my special guest. And Stacy had to jump off, but she did drop her link here. So for those of you who are friends of Stacy, make sure you use her link and take her survey, because she has one for Tuesday night at midnight. That's the ending. And she's going to be giving away a free jar of Advantage. I'm going to be doing the same, giving a bottle of Advantage away, a jar of Advantage away. And you got to get your survey completed by midnight tomorrow. That's the latest. And then we're going to come right back here and we're going to share more testimonies, because there's so many people out here getting great results using Advantage. And we want you to really understand. Hopefully I can get our sponsors to come on. Dr. Tanya really breaks it down behind the science and all of the studies that have been out there and why things work the way they work, so that's a great education that I'm sure you'll benefit from. But I want to congratulate again, Allison Staten White, who is going to be the recipient of a free sample, 3 days worth of the Tahitian Noni. Congratulations. And then I had Anna. You're going to be getting yours, so I'll be contacting you, Miss Lassiter, as well. Congratulations. And I just want to thank everybody who took the time to come up here. We see so many comments, and I just appreciate the Kings for sharing their testimony all the way from Mississippi, y'all. I got some friends in Mississippi. That's the one thing I love about this business. We have friends from all around the world, and they love Jesus too. And that's what I like too. They love Jesus. So an awesome couple. Reach out to them. They have an awesome ministry in graphics as well. So if you need some graphics work done, reach out to James and Natasha King. They are excellent to work with. You will not be disappointed. And I just want to thank everybody who just came up here to support today. I'm going to be dropping my link. I think it's too much going on, and I'm getting a little confused with what I'm doing, but I'm going to drop that link somehow on my page and get it in this feed for you guys. So until the next time, we're going to go on and turn off. But if you have any questions, get back with me. If you are a guest of mine, or whoever invited you here today, get back with them and let them know about what you liked and heard, okay? So we appreciate you guys. Have a blessed evening. God bless you. Good night. Yay! Are we still live? I said end the stream. We still live?
Still live.
Still live.
We ain't supposed to be. I said good night. End stream. I said end. What am I supposed to do?
It might have to do it twice.
Maybe it's delayed.
Is it still on Facebook?
I'm checking now.
Mm.